Hello, and we are still in our mental health month of May. Every now and then I do check my horoscope, and sometimes it's on point and sometimes it isn't at all. Just like when I get those fortune cookies. And yes, I do mean cookies. I eat more than one. And I mean, it's the same. It's the same to me. Fortune cookies, zodiac signs, it's the same to me. It just depends on what's going on in my life at that time in my life. No offense to the ones who are deeply into astrology at all. I am 100% a Gemini. I am. And what sign are you? Well, anyway, back to the subject. On April 8th, some of we waited on the solar eclipse. For those who don't know, a solar eclipse is when the moon passes between the earth and the sun, and according to where you are, you will see some darkness of the sun. Now, dating back to prehistory, the solar eclipse has been connected to the end of times, even though there's no scientific basis for those conspiracy theories. But we know that these days there are a lot of people who have all kind of wild conspiracy theories. They do. I either stroll past it, or I turn my head, or I leave the chat. I am just not interested. Some of it can get just too much. Too much. Definitely. So many people, depending on where you were at, you were able to see the full eclipse, but some the partial eclipse, or to me, it was just like a glaze. It just looked cloudy, but light and crisp, not like cloudy where it's gray and it looks like it's about to rain. So during the solar eclipse, I was at work, lucky me, right? The sun was shining. It was nice outside, but it looked grayish and yellowish at the same time. I can't find the words for it, but my dumb ass, I looked directly at it, followed by a headache for 2 hours. My other coworker, she did the same thing, so I wasn't the only one to be an ass that day, and I did record it. And that was it. The eclipse was over for me. An astrologist and an influencer, 34 years old, she goes by the name Danielle Ayoka, but her government is Danielle Johnson. She's a black influencer, that's what they say, and she's the go-to black influencer, if I'm saying it right. She has over 100,000 followers, and she sells anything from healing goods based on your zodiac sign, items for candle magic rituals. She gives personal readings, and she can cleanse your aura from $2.99 to $150 monthly. Other packages are available. She has a recorded 800 sales and 100 5-star reviews. So she was banking. She was definitely banking. And she was worried about the solar eclipse at the same time. So Johnson, who also uses at Mystic X Lipstick, she says that she comes from a rich lineage of indigenous shaman and a medicine woman. And on April 4th, she posted, quote, "Wake up, wake up. The eclipse is here. Everyone who has ears, listen. Your time to choose what you believe in is now. If you believe a new world is possible for the people right now, there is power in choice. There is power in choice. Repost to make the choice for the collective." Early Monday morning, she would stab her Air Force veteran partner and her youngest daughter's father, Jalen Allen Chaney. She stabbed him in his heart, leaving his bloody body behind and the apartment door wide open and a trail of blood to the elevator and inside the elevator. She would take off in her Porsche SUV with her 2 young daughters, 9 years old and 8 months old. Johnson would push both her daughters out of the moving vehicle at high speeds on the 405 freeway, then slamming herself into a tree in Redondo Beach, instantly killing herself. The crash was so bad they could barely detect her. She couldn't even be described almost at the scene. Unfortunately, the baby died instantly of her injuries. Remember, she is in traffic. She died instantly. And the 9-year-old girl would survive. And I did hear at the time that this article was released that the little girl at the time was with CPS. I'm definitely hoping she's with positive people, hopefully her family, if that is possible. Of course, after the fact, neighbors, they come out, they have things to say. That the family, that they kept to themselves and they were odd. I am definitely odd because if you ask any of my neighbors, I most definitely keep to myself. Now, she never spoke to people, not even saying hello. I mean, she sounds like a New Yorker, but that's a whole nother story. But they did say that she doted on her daughters. They also said that they were a beautiful looking family. The oldest child, again, wasn't Cheney's, but he cared for that child like she was his own. And a family member who did not want to be identified said that she sounded fine when they spoke to her several weeks before this tragic incident, and that she was setting up a new studio and she'd been doing very well for herself. I mean, definitely she was, financially at best. So was this a murder-suicide, or was this triggered by the eclipse? Someone in her line of work? I mean, can they be triggered by something as the eclipse? It was also said that in the earlier mornings of April 8th that the couple was heard arguing. On April 7th, a day before this horrific murder-suicide, she posted, "Alert, this is the final warning. Turn notifications on. Do not look at the eclipse. Something big is coming."
Can we start again? Ain't no winning and losing your love. I thought I could play tough, treat you rough like old shoes. I'll loan you enough, yeah. I can't say I'm sorry, cause you deserve the shit I put you through, yeah. I can't say I'm wildin', no. Cause you played your games too. I can't say it's over cause I still want you. I still want you. I still want you. I can't say I'm sorry. Sorry. You said I was doing too much. I say you weren't doing enough. You thought we were all good because the sex was rough, the sex was fire. I can't deny it, no, but I got tired. Getting tired, can't depend it up, I just still fix it all. Elevate higher. I can't say I'm